Hey bud, second video here. It's just admiring your bike here a little bit more closely, and I couldn't help notice that CBR front end, someone built these wheels for this bike. The CBR came with mag wheels and tubeless tires. This is a spoked rim, and which means there's an inner tube inside this tire. But something I noticed is there are absolutely no wheel weights on this tire anywhere. No wheel weights at all. Now, they might be using a very expensive process of balancing a wheel called wheel beads or tire beads. It's a teeny tiny little amount of balls, like little tiny balls, and they go inside the valve core. And once they enter the inside of the wheel, they naturally find their counterbalancing point and balance the wheel as it should be. Both wheels don't have wheel weights on them. And I should also mention that even after I've gone over your bike and had a look at a few, or corrected all the little things that I can, your bike is still 100% illegal for road use on BC roads. You'll get less attention if you ride outside of Vancouver. You'll probably get lots of attention if you ride inside Vancouver. Those items being, you have no fenders, you have no mirrors, you have no known tail light. Even though these signals double as tail lights, they're not DOT approved. Your license plate is sideways mounted and probably best described as upside down, if not visible at all, from a 45-degree angle from the most rear of the bike. You have no chain guard and no front sprocket cover. By law, your bike actually doesn't require a front sprocket cover, but with the chain right close to the key switch and lube just spraying all over everything, it's going to spray up and hit the hot exhaust. It's going to spray and get on the key. When you go to put the key in with your bare hand, you have chain lube on your fingers. It's going to be all up the inside of your leg. It's spraying down here. That's where you can see it. You probably didn't even notice on your pant leg that it's just all up the inside of your leg here. And there's something else that I need to mention about the absence of the chain guard not being here is this swing arm, though it may be for a Bonneville, has been significantly modified to accommodate this monoshock setup in the middle, which I might add is for a CBR 900. So it's an older model. The bikes are 50-pound weight differences between this bike and that bike, but that bike made 120 horsepower. I don't think this bike makes 80 horsepower. That aside, the original shock mounts are still on here. They didn't even remove them. They just didn't use them. They're just there. But the worst part, the most neglectful part about the absence of the chain and the fact that the swing arm probably didn't ride at this level, is probably more, level with the ground, is this. I'll try to hold the camera steady. But here's the chain, and the chain runs in that direction, right? It's literally sawing into the swing arm, right? So the more this chain hits, and it will, because, you'll keep it, the chain adjustment, the chain tension actually is pretty good, but the chain slaps, and you can clearly see what little distance you've ridden it, it's literally sawing into the swing arm itself, right there. So I just wanted you to be aware of a couple of observations that I've made. After I've corrected what I've corrected for you, the bike is still illegal to use on the street. And the more you ride it, the more unsafe it's becoming. I'm sorry, man, but that's just how this bike was built. This is a show bike. I don't think it's a real ride bike.